What's up, YouTube? It's Boston Chris back with a brand new video. Now that's a phrase. That's a phrase that's getting more and more rare as time goes on. You know why? Because I've been pretty busy with a lot of different stuff going on. I have some stuff with work, some family stuff too, and then also been going out to shows and stuff. So, just to it's all good stuff. It's not anything bad. Just busy time at work, different stuff going on with family and everything, which is good. And then been going out to some great shows, and having some great time, picking up books and stuff like that. And the most recent show I actually went to was this past Saturday. I went to the 3 Men in the Basement comic swap. So it's my first time actually going there. Man, was that a fun show! It was, really actually a decent sized spot, like where they call it the Angry Chair down in was it Newington, Connecticut, and just never had been. I had seen it advertised, obviously, because Otto does a great job advertising those shows, and just didn't get a chance to go down. So this year I was able to go, and it did not disappoint. It was a great show. There was so many people in the community that were there. It was just an amazing place to be. The whole day was just fun, and just meeting all these awesome people, and some for the first time, and then just kind of hanging out with a bunch of people that I've gotten to know over the years, throughout the comic community on YouTube and Instagram and stuff like that. So, went down with Amazing Murphinator and our friend Sean. So we rode down together, and then while we were there, just so many people there. Erod was there, Biggie's Comics and Manny NYC from the New York Warriors was there. Got to meet Nemesis Prime for the first time. Like I feel like I know the guy just because I've watched so many videos for like Lords of the Long Box and everything like that. And he's just a frequent guest of the show. So it's just like I've just seen the guy so many times. I'm like, oh, like great to finally meet you. Of course, the 3 Men in the Basement. Otto and Roger and his brother Dave. Great guys. Also Chinmo as well. And then got to actually meet a few people for the first time. Got to meet was it Emerald Knight and Brother Blaze. I had seen Emerald so many times on Instagram, just doing different things, and it was just like and heard his name shouted out so many times. It's like, oh man, great to finally meet you. Brother Blaze is awesome to meet. DJ Lynx, definitely seen his show, like his channel tons and tons of time, what I mean, and just finally got to meet him. Then was it actually Moonlit Comics. I had actually never had actually met her in person. I've gotten to know her through The Hunt on Tony Sanders' channel. Like she was one of the people that would come on there, and man, you want to talk about a tough competitor to beat. She has a great collection and is just an awesome person. So really excited to meet her and everything for the first time in person. No Good Comics, another person that I had never met another person that I followed for a long time but never actually met in person. So that was really cool. And then also just getting to, like I said, hang out with a bunch of other people that I've known and stuff like that. Like Man from Beantown was there. Big Daddy's Comics was there. The Pressable Defects, Butcher and Matt Forge were both there. Who else is there? Jeez, I'm just sitting there. So many people just off the top of my head. I'm just like, I know there's more than Uncle Frank's Comics was there. NRG Comics was there. They're a great group. They come up and they just have so many good books and so many good things. And normally I've met them at shows, like so they're just kind of checking out books and stuff like that. But they had some really cool stuff at the show itself that they were selling and everything. So always a great time to meet those guys. And then all the different vendors that were there. Comic CT. Who else? Comic CT, JNS Comics, Buzz Comics. Which what was funny to me is that I had thought that because he's from I think North Carolina, and I had thought that he had come up for Little Giant and then went back home. And so Little Giant is up in New Hampshire, and I thought he came up for that about 3 weeks ago. Then went back home to North Carolina, and then came back up for this. It's like, oh no, I moved up. He moved up on the East Coast, and da. So he's up in the New England area now. And I'm like, oh my god. I was like, well, that makes all the sense in the world, just because I didn't realize that. I just figured, all right, fly up, fly back. It's just like this guy's schedule is ridiculous. But nope, he was just really just focused and just just up in the East Coast, so really cool. You know, he's got some great books, just amazing stuff, just hanging around. So, let's see who else. Uncle Frank's comics. Oh my God, Uncle Frank is the man. You know, I got to talk with him for a bit, just about books and just everything in general, and I have to show this just because it was just a really awesome book that I had my eye on, and I asked him. I was just like, and I was just discussing different things. Like, you know what, I think I'm gonna have to take this book, and I'm gonna take that one over there. And he's just like, okay, take it. And I'm just like, okay, how much you want? And he's like, no, just take it. And I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, just take it. And I was like, I gotta give you something. He's like, no. He's like, sometimes you gotta do nice things for nice people. So he gave me this book for free, and it's a really awesome book. One that like I had never seen before. One that I think is just a really awesome book to have in a collection. And so that's this Art of John Byrne book, and it's really cool. There's a lot of good stuff in here that like he has art from DC. I think it's definitely Marvel, definitely DC, and I'm pretty sure that there's one story that looks like it actually looks like it's him with hair. In this little like it's a silent story, but it was pretty cool, and I think it's from Charlton actually, and this has a ton of different art. I'm not gonna open it up because there's some risque parts in there, but it's a really cool book, and if you can find it, man, it's just just see his art and just different stuff he drew. And there's a checklist that has, I guess, books he worked on at Marvel, DC, and even Charlton as well. So pretty cool, little piece of, I guess, art history for comics. So that was definitely something I thought was awesome. And then I had told Moonlit, because Moonlit Comics had talked to me before the show, and she's like, "Oh, it's like I'm thinking of doing these Moonlit bags," and I was like, "Oh, really?" And she told me that that she's gonna basically make a bag and put some books in there and stuff like that. And I was like, "All right, sounds good." I was like, I'll take one. So when we met up at the show, I went ahead and I paid her for the bag and everything, and I just said, this is really cool. So this is it. Like, this is the Moonlit bag that she gave, and I said, as I'm walking around the show, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna wait until I get home, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'll make a video of this just to show everybody what came in this, just because this is pretty cool. So there's a bunch of really cool stuff in there. So here's a bunch of sealed books right here. Then she also included some candy here. So we got one of the airheads. So pretty cool, mystery airhead. I guess so we can have an energy while we're hunting. Got a Moonlit sticker, which she actually gave me a second one. So my daughter's big into the stickers. So this is actually for Allie. I'm gonna go ahead and give her that because she loves the she loves stickers. And then I thought this was kind of funny because I didn't expect this to be in there, but a box of Nerds, which is pretty cool, and it also fitting for what we're doing, with just a bunch of comic nerds and stuff, just a lot, having fun, down, at the swap, just chilling, having a good time. So let me go ahead and open this because it's so again the show was on Saturday. It's now Tuesday, so it's been a couple of days, and I've been kind of hanging on to this until I had some time to go ahead and make a video, and then also if you can't tell, I'm a little bit congested, so I didn't want to be sneezing and coughing all over the place. So, but let's go ahead and check this out. So, go ahead and so nice Marvel box. So, oh wow, this is cool. This is really cool. So let's see. The first book we have is Luke Cage Power Man number 27, and I do not have this book. So this is awesome so far. Definitely cool. Then we have, oh wow, that's a pretty cover. We have a Spider-Man number, what is this, 28? So that's pretty cool. Let's see. What is this? Thing No More. I like this. So Fantastic Four, this is 327. So Thing reverts back to being Ben Grimm. Nice newsstand there. Let's see, this is was it Ron Friends and Joe Sinnott cover, so that's pretty cool. I laughed at this just because the look on his face, like, it's just that's funny. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, beautiful. I love I'd say this is my favorite costume for Neymar. Like, I love when he's in this 1970s disco suit. That's cool. So we got Marvel Spotlight on Submariner number 21, and he's in the disco suit. That's a cool looking cover too. Underwater. It looks like he's at the steps of his kingdom. Maybe not his kingdom, but an underwater kingdom, fighting. What is it? Oh, because you demanded it. Namor fights alone, um, and death is the symbiotic man. So I guess that's a symbiotic man, and Namor's gonna have to fight him by himself because there's gonna be trouble. So awesome book. Oh, there we go. And now we get to see Namor revert back to his speedos. So we have Avengers number 282. Awesome Bronze Age book right there. I'm curious. It looks like Poseidon, I think. Yeah, probably Poseidon. That's got him, wrapped up there. So nice book. And I don't know if this is John Buscema or Sal. I'm not sure. I always get confused with those guys, but ooh, there we go. This one's pretty. I like this cover. What we got? So Ultimate, Daredevil, and Elektra. So a nice, pretty cover there. And then let's see what else we got. Wow, that's pretty cool. I like this nice mosaic cover here. So King Conan, look at that. That's really cool. Really, really cool. I like that a lot. And then she did mention to me that every one of these would have either a Scotty Young or an Alex Ross, book in there. So, got myself here, nice Black Bolt Alex Ross cover. Really, really awesome cover. So that was the Moonlit Bag. So if she's doing those again, I would highly recommend getting one, just because she had priced them. I think it was 15. Yeah, no, I'm sorry, it was $18. And what was it? 12 books, right? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, sorry, 8 books. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so 8 books, $18. So what? Right around what? $3 a book? Not bad. Not bad at all. And just good mix of everything. Like you had Bronze Age, couple of moderns, awesome Alex Ross cover. So really, really cool stuff there. And then let me go ahead and show you some of the other stuff I got too. So I picked up a bunch of different books from different vendors throughout the show. Trying to see if I can keep everybody in order here. All right, so let's see. Let me go ahead and move one or two of these, just because I know that these went from different places. So, all right. So I apologize because I don't remember the vendor that I got this from, but this was a really awesome cover, and I was like really excited for it. And it was one of those deals where he was just like, "Yep, if it's in this box, it's $2." So I'm like, "All right, perfect." So I get New Mutants Magic cover, and I'm pretty sure. I mean, I'm looking at this. I don't think it's a wraparound, so I wonder if there's a connecting cover to this. Because if there is, I'm gonna have to find it and connect those covers up. But really cool book. This I got from Buzz, and this was a book that I was just really excited for, just because I looked at it and I was like, you know what, with all the recent events that just happened in the comic community, losing such a star like George Perez, I was like, this would be something that I would be really happy to have, just because it's a great cover. And so it's the comic interview Perez special edition, the 50th. Big 50th. So they have George and a bunch of different characters he worked on and everything. So really cool. And I'm gonna have to read this at some point, just because this is a great. I think this is gonna be a great time. Like I actually had the pleasure of meeting George twice. Once at Boston Comic Con before it was Fan Expo, and another one at a local show that was in Reading, Massachusetts, at the Shriners Auditorium. And I have to say, George was an amazing person. Like really, just kind. really loved his fans. Like, I mean, he was genuinely happy, as happy to see you as you were to see him, and he was just like one of the greatest people that I've ever had the chance to meet as far as being a comic creator. So it's a huge loss that he's not around anymore. But that is something that I would definitely treasure and keep, as long as I have my collection, just because that is a great memento, I think. Um, so next, I got these books from Chinmo, and so Chinmo is a super cool dude. Like honestly, we talk all the time whenever I see him at shows. Like just having a good time, and just super cool guy. So I was just kind of looking through his stuff, and he was just like, oh, it's like, yeah, it's like, go ahead and check them out. He's like, I'll tell you the price after. Like don't worry, whatever is marked on the box or marked on the cover. Like I will go ahead and let you know what you end up paying at the end of this. So I was like, all right, cool. So I was just looking up all these different books, and so I saw these, and I don't have. Actually, I think I have just one issue of Invincible. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just pick up whichever ones I can find. So I picked up this one here, number 50. Awesome cover, and also number 57. So this is where he first meets Wolfman. So those are characters that may be coming. Wolfman is probably somebody who will be coming later on if they continue on with that show. But definitely Invincible is a story that I probably missed out on. When it first came out, and I should have probably been collecting it, but didn't get around to it. But I've loved the show, and I've been kind of keeping up with some of the comic explain stuff, trying to figure out what may be coming next, and from what I've seen, it's amazing. So I'll try to pick up the compendiums, and whatever cheap issues I can find, I will pick those up, because that's a just amazing story. Next, we have a really cool book, one that I had from back in the day when I was a kid. I used to have the little mini comic that came with the actual Kool-Aid stuff. So pick this up, the Kool-Aid Man #1. Right? Is it even #1? I don't even remember if it's #1. But Kool-Aid Man, where he battles those little Spock guys. Like, I remember this from being like really little. I don't even know where it went, but I remember having that little mini comic. And then this was really cool. I was really excited to see this. So I picked this up, and I'm like, oh, I wonder who this is signed by. And he's like, oh, there's a certificate of authenticity in the back. So I was like, oh, as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, I gotta get this. So we have X-Men 281, and this is signed by Whilce Portacio. So it was signed in 2012. Whilce was one of the original Image guys, one of the guys that left Marvel and went to Image, and he, was really influential with the art that he would do, in Marvel and everything. And, unfortunately, he didn't stick into Image too long, just because he had some family things going on, so he kind of stepped away for a while. But he's not one that does a lot of conventions, at least not my way. So as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, I got to get this, because this is rare for me. So, as far as the Image guys, so far, the original founders, the only, I think, two that I don't have autographs for is Jim Valentino and Rob Liefeld. So hopefully I can get something from those two, but if not, I'm excited to be able to add a Whilce Portacio autograph to my collection. So that's really fun. And then let me see. So there was also at Chinmo, there was a what's it called? I think it was like Dave Levesque had books. It was either Dave or Roger's books. I'm not quite sure, but they had also books there too. I was like, oh, I'm gonna go ahead and pick this up too. So I upgraded one of my books. So I already have this, but it's really rough. So I was really excited to go ahead and pick this up. So we got Avengers 181. So this is where Scott Lang, I think Scott Lang joins the Avengers, but really cool. So, and it's actually in really nice shape. So I was really excited for that. And then I was also at Amazing Murphinator's booth. He was set up next to Erod, and Murph was just kind of like oh, I got books. I was like, let me see what you got. And he's just like go ahead and take a look. And I said, okay. And then so just sitting there going through and checking things out. He's just like make me an offer, make me an offer. And I was like, all right, well, I was like, you know what? I was like, they're your books, man. I was like, you got to tell me what you want for them. So went ahead and grabbed these books, and he gave me an awesome deal on them. So I was able to pick up Captain America number 283. So nice newsstand there. This is actually a really pretty cover, and I was just like, you know what? I don't have the original, but I will definitely pick this up because this is just a badass looking cover. So you have the all new, all different Avengers number 6 from 2016. The homage to Avengers 57. So the first appearance of the Vision. So awesome cover there. Then this is actually a funny one because I thought I had already had this, but I didn't, which makes me happy because I have now picked up the Incredible Hulk 325, so the anniversary issue, 25th anniversaries. So definitely another one I needed to add. And then this book here was actually one that I got and I was really excited for. So I had this and had sold it in the past, and now I'm able to have it back in my collection. So we have Spider-Man number 1, the Miles Morales. So love this cover, great book. So definitely awesome books to add to my collection. So thank you again, Murph. Then what else do we have here? So I went to this was kind of towards the end of my day, and I went to Richies Cabana, and I was just kind of looking at different books, and I was like, you know what, I really want to start picking up some blanks so I can try to get myself some sketches done on them, just because blanks, I think now we're starting to see a little bit of a rise. Not that they're ultra valuable, but people know that they use them to get sketches and stuff on. So I think some vendors now have started to go ahead and charge up a little bit more than what they normally did back in the day. So I was like, you know what, this is going to be a good enough deal. I'll go ahead and do this. So I picked up the blank cover of Amazing Spider-Man 798. So I'm gonna get something done on this. I don't know what. I don't know if it'll be a villain or what, but at some point there'll be a sketch done on this. And then also picked up the Alex Ross Thor. So really cool. So that goes actually really well with the stuff that Moonlit gave me. So perfect. And then my last group of stuff here is stuff that I picked up from Erod. So I was at Erod's booth. He was actually Murph was set up right next to him, and I was just kind of like eyeballing different books and be like, oh, I don't know what I want to get, and and it was the first booth I went into because I went over to say hi to Erod and everything, and I actually had him check out a couple of books that I had sent out to get graded to get his opinion on them. Just the grades and everything like that, and he let me know what he thought, if they could be upgraded. Unfortunately, one of them cannot. He said maybe the other one can, but I'm just gonna have to pretty much stick with those grades because like he was saying, like the one that he thought could, he was kind of like, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of iffy. He's like, but the other one, yeah, unfortunately, man, there's nothing you can do about that. So I'm like, all right, well, it is what it is. But so when I was at his booth, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and check out some of these books and this and that. And I was looking through, and I was like, you know what, I saw this. I was like, this is a beautiful cover, and again, it's a George Perez cover, and I think George Perez art as well, and it's the story. So I was like, you know what, I'm picking this up because this is like an iconic cover for Black Widow. So we got Marvel Fanfare number 11. Really cool story here. So and really awesome art with Black Widow in there. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna definitely pick that up. And then pick this up just because. I heard, so I haven't read this, but I've heard that this is an amazing story, like very funny story, and just one that I've always heard of and just never actually gone ahead and bought, but I finally have it now. So we have The Pro. So this is Amanda Connor, Jimmy Palmiotti's story, Garth Ennis as well, and from what I've heard, is really funny. It's a dirty comic, I think, as far as foul language, stuff like that. I mean, I've never read it, but I heard hilarious things about it. So definitely looking forward to reading this. And then this book I picked up just because I this is just an amazing cover. I've always wanted it, and I just really like this cover. And with just I guess if you're gonna start trying to collect these Doctor Strange books, you gotta get this one just because I mean this is just an amazing cover. So picked up Doctor Strange. This is issue number 173, the Dormammu cover. So really, really awesome book. Just a great, great cover, and just a fun book to have in your collection. So that's what I picked up. That's all the stuff that I was able to get. I want to take this time to say thank you to Otto, 3 Men in the Basement, Otto and the rest of 3 Men in the Basement, for putting on that comic swap. It was really, really fun, really awesome show, and one that I hope to be able to continue going to, just because the tough part that happens with that is they usually hold it in May, so depending on the week, if it falls on my wedding anniversary, that may be a little tough, but if it's on a week that it doesn't fall on that, and if I'm free, I will be down there, because that was just a really, really fun show. Had a great time. Oh, before I say anything else, I completely almost forgot. While we were down there, they did these raffles and everything, and I knew, so I went ahead and I put my, I was just like, I never win anything raffle wise, so I decided to go ahead and just toss, into a few different slots in this, and I was like, yeah, go ahead and buy, what was it? I think it was for $10 you get 5 tickets. So I was like, I'll go ahead and do that. So it'll be fun to kind of just hope for the best, and I ended up winning something. I was really, really excited that I actually won something in a raffle, and it's funny because I called it when I said, I was just like, all right, I'm gonna put stuff in this. I was like, and I said to myself, I was like, if I end up winning anything, it'll be this, and so they're calling the tickets out, and all of a sudden they get to this item, and they're just like, I think it was like 977 or something like that, and I was just like, boom, and I ended up winning the raffle for, I'm calling this the king of the Funko Pops. All right, this thing is amazing. So I ended up winning, boom, this big old Galactus Funko Pop, and this thing is sick. It's just big. It has what's it called, a little mini Silver Surfer in there, and the Surfer is supposed to be able to fit on Galactus's hand. I was told by somebody that, like, oh well, because I made his chin so big, he doesn't quite fit, but I'm not gonna have to worry about that, because this guy's not coming out of the box. I'm gonna keep him in there just because of the fact that he's amazing looking, and I think he's imposing just sitting in the box. So, and as long as he's in the box, I don't have to find a place for him, just because that's his place. So I'm excited that I actually won that. But again, just to get to my thank you. So thank you again to Otto and the 3 Men in the Basement, to the Angry Chair, for allowing them to use that space. It was such a great time and an amazing, amazing show. Definitely look forward to it next year. Anniversary permitting, and I don't know, it was such a fun time. So if you didn't go this year, if you didn't have a chance to go this year, and you have the chance, or if you see it come up next year, when they start advertising it, if you have the ability to get that time off, like, do it and go, because I'm telling you, as far as being a comic show with a lot of great vendors and things like that, and just a fun time, it's an amazing place to be. So I want to thank everybody for watching. Again, thank you, Moonlit, for the Moonlit bag. Trust me, if she puts those bags up online, you saw what I got out of them. I am extremely happy with what I got, because it's just amazing books. So go ahead and maybe she has some left. I don't know what her plan is with them, but you have to talk about that with her. But if you want a Moonlit bag, contact her, let her know. You can find her on Instagram. She also has a channel, Moonlit Comics, right on YouTube. So give her a comment. Give her a subscribe if you haven't yet. Go ahead and hit her up. Figure out if she has any of those bags left, because I think once people start realizing that they're available, they're gonna go ahead and buy them. So thank you for Moonlit. Thank you, 3 Men in the Basement. God, there was so many people I shouted out in the beginning of the video that, if you want to go back and sub all those guys up, find them on Instagram, watch their channels, and go ahead and follow them on Instagram. They're all amazing people. They're all great people in the community. So, go ahead and show the community some love. All right. My throat's getting dry, and I need to go ahead and get something to drink, so I'm going to get going. thank you again for watching. Again, this has been Boston Chris. I'm out. Everybody have a great day.